mediocre. For this session, one thing I would like to change is थोड़ा participative in style रखते हैं इसको. ठीक है, I would want you guys to pitch in more rather than me. अभी तक एक channel of thought process बन गया होगा तुम लोगों का. I'm hoping at least. So for any question, and I don't want the same 3 4 people to answer in. I want you guys to be more enthusiastic in nature, right? तो थोड़ा सा ज्यादा I expect you guys to contribute. Same flow, one by one. We'll discuss the questions. एक second, ऊपर वाला पैरा शायद नहीं visible था. हाँ. Just इतना बता दो, readable है, right? Material, share screen पे. A thumbs up would do. It's 7:03 now. Take 3 minutes. 7:06 पे discuss करते हैं first question. If you're done, you can start typing out the answers in the chat box. For question one only. All right. Any one of you, if somebody wants to explain कि कैसे eliminate करे options, how did you go about it? Yep. Go ahead.
Like the statement one felt like a more passive approach than two and three.
Sorry to cut you off. एक बार question. Um, uh, Go ahead with the question first. कि what is the scenario that we are facing? What is the question asking us? And then to the options.
Yeah, here the question is that Fair Consulting was mulling over three interventions to reduce sexual harassment cases in the workplace, and three statements are given. So the question is, which of the following options will the employees find least ostracizing? So I felt that we are looking for the more passive approach than the like direct approach. So
Okay,
state
again, sorry to cut you off over there. Open question. What does ostracizing mean? मतलब तुम भी आंसर कर सकते हो बट हाँ निशान.
I so basically ostracizing according to me is कि किसी को distinctively group से अलग कर देना,
ठीक
like
है.
special focus मारना किसी के ऊपर.
करेक्ट. तो लीस्ट ऑस्ट्रोसाइजिंग को कैसे हम बेटर फ्रेम कर सकते हैं इन अ टर्म दैट वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड बेटर इन सेंस.
So can I answer?
हाँ हाँ प्लीज.
So basically least ostracizing in the sense, मतलब the crux of the question is कि ऐसा कोई option in तीन या चार या पांच जो भी options है, इनमें से कोई भी ऐसा एक option जिससे special focus ना नहीं पड़ेगा किसी एक employee को, basically segregate नहीं कर पाएंगे हम जो perpetrator है उसको, वैसा option choose करना है.
हाँ more or less you're correct. Basically if I was asked the same question, least discriminating, it's a bit of an extreme word to use. Inclusive बोल सकते हैं. Least ostracizing can be the most inclusive statement if that makes sense. हाँ, go ahead with your
So
explanation. हाँ,
basically, yeah, statement one में basically बोला है कि educate employees about the company's anti-sexual harassment policy. So this is something that needs to be done. I mean, this is a common thing. So इसमें किसी I mean किसी individual को हम लोग मतलब separately point out तो नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो
हम्म,
इसलिए this failed की list ostracizing.
ठीक है. तो what was wrong with option 2 and 3?
Option two में like profiling employees with a propensity to engage in acts of sexual harassment. तो इसमें basically हम मतलब employees को choose करके मतलब उनका profiling कर रहे हैं, मतलब basically तो point out ही कर रहे हैं ना indirectly कि.
हाँ, तो एक
And
स्टिग्मा एसोसिएट
हाँ
कर रहे हैं विदाउट अ प्रॉपर जस्टिफिकेशन टू इट. ठीक
हाँ
है.
and same goes with option I mean statement three, discipline sexual offenders. तो मतलब पता चल ही रहा है कि कौन कौन है sexual offenders. तो
राइट. तो ऑप्शन 3 मतलब स्टेटमेंट 3 में दिक्कत ये है कि इट्स प्यूनिटिव इन नेचर, रिएक्टिव इन नेचर है वो स्टेटमेंट. तो टू प्रिवेंट इट वी आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग मोर और लेस. करेक्ट. तो सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. स्टेटमेंट 1 ओनली होना चाहिए. क्वेश्चन 2. Again, 1 to 2 minutes, not more than that. And then I would encourage कि तुम में से कोई एक आओ. I want you guys to drive this session. मेरा हो गया है. I am done with this phase. It's just for you to benefit more out of this. All right, slightly more mixed answers for this one. Uh, Somebody wants to take charge and explain why their answer is why they mark that particular option. Yep. Utkarsh, go ahead.
Yeah, so actually, the statement two and one are saying, one of the statements is saying that they are getting heard separately and then together. So from both the statement, at least the whoever is judging, I mean, from the maybe from the HR panel or whoever is the person, at least they can correlate with the facts, and maybe if the statements are contradicting, or I mean,
Utkarsh, two things before. Okay, this is the ground rules for everyone who's going.
yeah,
पहले question समझाओ. What is the question asking for?
okay,
Then, हाँ.
okay,
And
okay,
what was the correct option?
sure,
कौन सा
sure.
mark करें? हाँ.
Okay, so the question two is the CEO of Fair Consulting wanted the adjudicating committee to reduce the number of errors while deciding on sexual harassment complaints. The employees suggested that the committee could do the following to reduce errors in judgment. Statement one, listen to the arguments of both the complainant and the accused together. Statement two, listen to the arguments of both the complainant and the accused separately. Statement 3, involve a member of a women's commission. Statement 4, take the help of a retired judge. And statement 5, hire a forensics expert to verify the evidences. So from the following, choose the most effective sequence that would help the committee to arrive at the right decision. So my answer is C, 215. Uh, 2 and 1 I have chosen because I mean, if both the persons are asked separately, maybe it can be a possibility that maybe they will be saying some statements which could be modified, and if they will be saying the statements, I mean, when they will when both of these persons will be in, I mean, in front of each other, maybe it could be modified or it could be changed. So at least the person who is judging will have a some sort of clarity that whatever they are saying, I mean, they're sticking to the same thing or not. And statement five I've also chosen because so that the forensic expert could verify that evidences. Option three and four I have not chosen because I'm the retired judge. Obviously, he has retired, so maybe that effectiveness won't be coming. And the inclusion of a women's member, maybe the case could go in a maybe partial way. So that is why I've excluded the three and four.
ठीक है. One thing is that in questions में sorry बोल रहे थे कुछ.
No, no,
Go
done,
ahead.
done for
Okay,
me.
you're done, right? ठीक है. तो इन questions में more than selecting the sequence also matters. तो वो देख लेना एक बार. And anyone with some different answer to this, because I see again a lot of mixed answers on the chat box. Someone other than C who has gone for an option other than C. हैंड मत रेज करो.
Hello.
अनम्यूट करके बोल
Okay.
दो अगर एक ही हो.
Sure, sure. So I was thinking like the point mentioned in statement 4, which is to take help of a retired judge.
Hmm.
So I felt that 4 should be included because of the experience, and 5, I think, because in the question it says the error in judgment is due to complaints, allegations, and counter allegations. So how does like forensic expert verifying evidences help with this allegation and counter allegation thing? So that's why I think A should be the answer, but I'm not sure.
ठीक है चलेगा. Any other thoughts या फिर should I go ahead? I'll wait for 5 seconds. अगर किसको है तो go ahead or else I'll.
मुझे ना ई भी सही लग रहा था एक्चुअली. आई आफ्टर दैट आई मीन आई थॉट ऑफ सी. आई हैव गिवन अ सी, बट मुझे ई भी सही लग रहा था. लाइक 1 2 and 3 आल्सो कैन बी इफेक्टिव ऑप्शंस ना.
ठीक है चलो इसमें बताता हूँ मैं दिक्कत क्या है. अगेन एज आई सेड कि नॉट जस्ट सही स्टेटमेंट्स चूज करना है, बट ऑल्सो द सीक्वेंस मैटर्स मोर इन दीज क्वेश्चंस. लिखा ही हुआ है सीक्वेंस में सिलेक्ट करना है. नाउ द प्रॉब्लम विद ऑप्शन ई इज कि आपका स्टेटमेंट वन सबसे ऊपर आ रहा है. सबसे ऊपर तो पहले ही हम देख रहे हैं ना इन्हें. सी इट इज मेंशन्ड कि काउंटर एलिगेशंस लग रहे हैं. तो दैट मीन्स कि द अक्यूज्ड आर बीइंग ब्रॉट टुगेदर. तभी तो आप एलिगेशन को काउंटर कर पा रहे हो. तो स्टेटमेंट वन पहले आना तो डज नॉट मेक सेंस इन एनी वे. स्टेटमेंट टू तो पहले आना ही चाहिए बिकॉज इट वुड एज समवन राइटली मेंशन्ड कि इट वुड हेल्प फॉर्म अ इनिशियल स्टोरी. कि आप पहले एक इंडिविजुअल अक्यूज को लेके एक इंडिविजुअल नरेटिव फॉर्म कर दो विदाउट द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ अदर पार्टी. Now, the problem with statement 3 is involve a member of Women's Commission. There are two main problems in this. Firstly, अगर आप main question में देखो, तो it is mentioned that it is a gender neutral policy. So we do not actually know if the complaint is for a woman or by a woman or कोई भी information नहीं दे रखी है हमें इस बारे में. And the second point is that it questions the competency of the original panel that is formed. The same goes with statement 4 also. Take the help of a retired judge. How do we know that the current committee is not competent? It's just the process that might be the problem over here. Right. So, and also the judge passes the final statement. वो खुद investigate नहीं करता है case. Even in a real scenario, what happens is there are parties involved, there are police involved, there are lawyers involved जो कि fight करते हैं case, and the final judgment is passed by the judge. द करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन सी ओनली. देखो इसमें फ्लो बिठाओ. सबसे पहले हमने अलग अलग सुना, फिर हम दोनों को साथ में लाए एंड टू वेरीफाई दोज एविडेंसेस. कि एलिगेशन लगा तो अगर किसी ने बोला कि समवन टेक्स्टेड मी सो एंड सो और समवन मैसेज्ड मी सो एंड सो, तो दोज आर द फैक्ट्स दैट कैन बी verified by a forensic expert. Even in real life, when a case happens, not in a company, but in a legal cognizant matter, तो यही स्टेप यूजुअली फॉलो होता है. हम क्या करते हैं, हम पहले अलग अलग एफआईआर लिखते हैं, रिपोर्ट लिखते हैं, इन्वेस्टिगेशन होता है, देन वी ब्रिंग बोथ ऑफ देम टुगेदर इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ. वो फिर अपना अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू वापस देते हैं एंड बेसिस दैट वी इन्वेस्टिगेट द केस फर्दर, या तो फोरेंसिक्स के पास जाता है, ये जो भी बॉडी है. तो दिस इज द मोस्ट आइडियल सिनेरियो दैट शुड बी सिलेक्टेड ओवर हियर. मेक सेंस टू एवरीवन? If yes, for people जिनको डाउट नहीं है, they can move to question 3. अगर कोई भी डाउट है तो you can shoot it to me.
Hi, Deepak.
हाँ.
Actually, I had doubt in taking the fifth option in the sequence. So I just had doubt that if it is a case of verbal harassment, then how are the forensic experts are going to help us? Like it is the case in third question, I guess, in which a manager passes a joke to their junior. So how is it that going to help? Like how is forensic expert going to help in these cases?
ठीक है, चलो. It may not be effective in all the complaints that come, but it can be part of the process, right? It can be an optional part. But
Right,
when we compare it to other statements that are mentioned, it
right,
holds a higher preferential order.
right.
अगर इधर ही 4 statements choose करने होते हैं, तो we can probably include third या fourth also in that. But again, order also matters.
Right.
तो वही मैं हाईलाइट करने की कोशिश कर रहा था कि सीक्वेंस देखो, इवन व्हेन यू आर एलिमिनेटिंग तो सीक्वेंस में ही जाएंगे, एंड जहाँ पे सीक्वेंस क्लियरली मेंशन्ड है कि हमें चूज करना ही है, वहां पे कर सकते
Okay. Thank you.
हैं. यू कैन ऑल्सो फेस क्वेश्चंस लाइक जहाँ पे 3 स्टेटमेंट सेम है ऑप्शंस में, बट उनका ऑर्डर जम्बल्ड अप है. इधर ही हो रहा है ना, इधर देखो, ऑप्शन ए एंड ऑप्शन बी देखो, स्टेटमेंट सेम है बट जम्बल्ड अप है वो.
Right. Got it. Got your point. Thank you.
All right, opening the floor for discussion and जो भी जा रहा है, I want you not to read the question as it is, but give me an inference और अपने word में rephrase करके एक summary दे दो what you understood of the questions and then move ahead with each individual options. Why you eliminated or why you did not discard the option, whatever your reasoning was. चिन्मय उत्कर्ष ओके कोई भी एक चले जाओ आई डोंट नो चिन्मय गो अहेड एंड देन उत्कर्ष विल गेट यू नेक्स्ट ठीक है
Okay, so what I thought was of the question was about the committee received a complaint regarding that female consultant, and she had an independent witness, but that witness was not ready. I mean, she was not. She was unsure about the identity of her identity. Okay, so for that particular thing, what I tried was to first try to eliminate those options which would talk about some kind of extremities, like the option C is also C, D, and E are also talking about some kind of extremities. That's what I thought. In C, it is mentioned that it might expose to her to some kind of threat, and similarly for D and E. But considering the option A and B, I thought that B option could be better, because if she gives her identity, or if the convener ensures that witness identify herself, she might not give the proof. I mean, she might not try to tamper the proof if ever she is giving it.
ठीक है उत्कर्ष if you want to go next.
Yeah, on the similar lines only, I chose option B because I mean, I thought that this option was more suitable, in the sense, at least the credibility should be there. First of all, for example, if any person maybe from outside of the premises would come, and he or she will be telling that, maybe yeah, some friend maybe of from one of the side, maybe either the complainant side or maybe uh, the defender side. So he or she can also come. So from that point of view, the credibility, and to trust the credibility of the report or the whatever the witness is saying, she should be revealing her identity. And yeah, the other options, I mean, like option C, D, and E are extreme in terms of like threat, or like sabotaging the process. Because see, obviously there will be some separate rules also. I mean, and these kind of cases happen. So I mean, the the witness rights are there. I mean, they will be protected. I mean, in that on similar line, I thought so.
ठीक है मयंक
Yeah, so I chose option C because I think that this is something that is practiced in companies in real life, that there are whistleblowing policies or some kind of policies that protect witness identities from similar kind of threats. So I went with option C for that.
ठीक है फेयर फेयर थॉट प्रोसेस सी इस वाले क्वेश्चन में ना ऑप्शंस देखो तो ऑप्शंस में it can be branched off into two levels. Let's call them level 1 and level 2 for now. The level 1 talks about if the identity should be revealed or should not be revealed, and where both of them branch out into reasoning of why they should be revealed or they should not be revealed. इतना क्लियर है? तो सबसे पहला डिसीजन तो हमको लेना है कि whether it should be मतलब जो ही हमारे पास दो options that we have now as one of you rightly mentioned कि नहीं रिवील करते हैं आइडेंटिटी इन रियल लाइफ आल्सो एंड ओवर हियर वन ऑफ द थिंग्स जो क्वेश्चन में हाइडिंग इंफॉर्मेशन है व्हेन द कमिटी प्रोब्ड they only identified the witness right तो ideally क्या होना चाहिए एंड ऑल्सो द विटनेस वाज नॉट श्योर कि दे वुड लाइक टू बी आइडेंटिफाइड और नॉट तो मतलब कहीं ना कहीं डाउट तो है उनके मन में बोथ जिनका जो विटनेस है एंड द कमिटी दैट इज इन्वॉल्व तो आइडियल पाथ होना चाहिए इट शुड नॉट बी रिवील्ड द आइडेंटिटी शुड नॉट बी रिवील्ड देयरफॉर डायरेक्ट एलिमिनेशन है ऑप्शन ए एंड ऑप्शन बी बचता है ऑप्शन सी डी एंड ई. Now, what is the usual reasoning of not revealing identity? Threat ही है, Now, option C talks about threat. Option D and E does not talk about threat, right? So option C should be the correct option in this one. इसमें थोड़ा सा रियल लाइफ लॉजिक लगाना है एंड थोड़ा सा आउट ऑफ क्वेश्चन हिडन थिंग्स लेने हैं. अब now अगर we see option D and E, option D talks about that the complainant can use the witness argument to their advantage, and option E also talks about complainant can sabotage the inquiry process. Uh, Again, does not make much sense when compared with option C. Option C actually talks about the threat. अब ये नहीं बता रहे कि रेस्पोंडेंट के साइड से थ्रेट है कि अक्यूज के साइड से. वी आर ऑल्सो नॉट गिवन द साइड ऑफ द विटनेस कि वो कौन सा साइड ले रहे हैं, किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं किसको नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो ये भी नहीं दे रखा हमें. तो द थ्रेट लाइज फ्रॉम बोथ द रेस्पोंडेंट और द अक्यूज्ड. दिस ऑल्सो हेल्प्स अस क्रिएटिंग अ सेफर एनवायरनमेंट फॉर टेस्टिमनीज. अगर फ्यूचर में हमारे पास कोई आता है, they should not shy off, or as rightly mentioned कि whistleblower identification का एक system होता है to ensure their safety. This is done to create a sense of safe environment and employees कि तुम wrongdoings report कर सकते हो. Any doubt in this? I get it why the mixed thoughts happened, but again try to break the question as well as the options. देखो हमें कि पहले क्या ब्रांच ऑफ करना है, स्पेशली इन क्वेश्चंस जिनका स्टार्टिंग सिमिलर दिखे तुम्हें. All of the actions point either in two directions, one of the two directions, one being that they should reveal the identity and the other talks about not revealing the identity, right? If I'll wait for 5 to 10 seconds. If no doubts come up, we can move ahead with the next set. All right.
Hello.
Sure.
Yeah. Just wanted to ask here, like, if we consider real life scenario in courts, if we say, although the context is different, but their testimonies, the identity is revealed, and I think that's the reason because the proofs are correlated with the inquiry. And second point is like, I think since question has mandated that it is the witness is an independent witness, so he or she should not be related with either the respondent or the complainant. So the threat part might be a bit minimized for him or her. So that's why I thought of B. So what should be the thought? Like what should be the thought process here
See,
to negate this thing?
the problem with comparing it to court is पहली बात तो witness protection laws होते हैं. Right. I'm not very sure about how the exact nitty-gritties of it goes, but they can be provided with security and stuff like that. ठीक है, अगर कोई threat का element होता है. The second to that is the witness is involved in the scenario in some way or the other. अगर वो independent हो भी, because they are aware of the entire scenario, that is why they are a witness. Right.
Right.
And again whistleblower policies होते हैं just to create a sense
Safe
of
place.
well-being. Right.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
हाँ. So it ensures a more secure environment for the one providing testimony. Also, it acknowledges the sensitivity of the situation in general. क्योंकि boss involved है, assuming कि थोड़ा higher level people involved है in the incident. All right. If everyone's done. Okay, I'll take up this particular set. अगर कोई confusion होता है, तो let me know. Now, assuming everybody has read the main para, वो मैं reiterate नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Dilip is now considering moving to the food court. Which of the following options will dissuade him the most from shifting his stall to the food court? Look at option B and option D. They are rather more encouraging ones. B कह रहा है कि डोसा नहीं मिलता अंदर. D भी कह रहा है कि it's just North Indian meal that is being sold in the lunch time. So these are the options that should motivate him more to going inside the food court. Now we are left with option A, C, and E. C talks about the food court sees a daily footfall about 5,000 people. Again, one of the encouraging points rather than dissuading points. Option A क्या बोल रहा है? The food court closes by 10:30 p.m. Though its current stall is open till midnight. Option E talks about that the cheapest dish inside the food court is priced at 200 rupees. अब एक चीज देखो इधर. Two things. First talks about that the stall is mostly visited during office hours. And the second one talks about that it is visited because it is reasonably priced. ठीक है. तो ऑप्शन ए क्या बोल रहा है? द फूड कोर्ट क्लोजेस बाय 10:30 p.m. ऑफिस आवर्स के बाहर ही है, 10:30 से 12 वाला जो स्लॉट है. तो ऑप्शन ए तो बहुत ज्यादा कंसर्निंग होना नहीं चाहिए. रादर ऑप्शन ई सपोर्ट कर रहा है ये वाला पॉइंट कि रीजनेबली प्राइस्ड है चीजें. पीपल आर विजिटिंग बिकॉज उसके दुकान पे इट्स रीजनेबली प्राइस्ड. E should be a better option when compared to option A. There are two major reasonings to support option E. तो E होना चाहिए. I hope that eliminates the confusion कि A versus E में क्या होना चाहिए. बाकी options तो ठीक है, I get it. Does that clarify the point कि why option E and not option A?
If I may,
Hmm.
so again, option A and between E. Now, firstly, the statement mentions that office hours में the visitors are the hospital staff members.
Hmm.
So even if it's inside or outside, I don't think so, should make a difference here. Now, assuming he wants to put it inside the hospital means he's targeting beyond the staff members. So
Right.
if the cheapest is at 200, it's not a mandate that his product has to be at 200. He can still be at a cheaper rate and target the other audience beyond the staff members.
I get it. I get it. There is some confusion in the language of the question, but that is
Yeah.
what the paper setter intended to convey. शुड भी होना चाहिए आइडली, बट नहीं था वो.
Okay.
हाँ. एंड हाँ, वन थिंग आई पॉइंटेड दिस आउट अर्लियर ऑल्सो, जो क्वेश्चन स्पेसिफिक डिटेल्स है वो उसी क्वेश्चन में छोड़ देना है. डोंट कैरी दोज डिटेल्स ओवर. इसमें होगा, इसमें क्वेश्चन वन के डिटेल्स अगर लेके चलोगे क्वेश्चन टू गलत होगा, क्वेश्चन टू के डिटेल्स अगर क्वेश्चन थ्री में लेके चलो वो गलत होगा. तो जस्ट लीव दोज क्वेश्चन स्पेसिफिक पॉइंटर्स बिन देयर. दिव्यांश, टू एनकरेज दैट देयर इज अ चांस कि लोग उसके दुकान में नहीं आए. सी व्हाई पीपल वेंट टू हिज स्टॉल का रीजनिंग ये भी मेंशन्ड है कि बिकॉज दे वर रीजनेबली प्राइस्ड एज दे फाउंड दिस डोसा. एक अंदर फूड कोर्ट ऑलरेडी है, बट स्टिल पीपल आर गोइंग आउटसाइड फॉर हिज स्टॉल, पर्टिकुलर स्टॉल, राइट. अब अगर उसको 25 से या 25 to 40 को मार्कअप करके 200 करना पड़ेगा. What is the guarantee that people will still visit his shop, especially the staff members?
Hello, am I audible? Like, can I?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. So what I meant was, if he stays at the same prices which he's selling outside the hospital,
Mhm.
like the 25 and 40,
Mhm.
and and the footfall is already mentioned of about 5,000 people.
Mhm.
So there will be a huge gap in the prices of the normal other things at the food court and his dosas, and I think that will attract more customers to his stall apart from the hospital staff that is already visiting.
Uh,
So I
okay.
just went with the
Uh,
concept like more volume is more sales and more profit without
Makes
increasing or
sense.
marking up.
Okay. So there is some confusion in the language of the statement itself. So basically, what they're trying to convey is that the prices should be minimum at rupees 200. That is
Okay,
what the
okay,
food court is dictating.
okay.
Uh, Anybody would like to take a question too? Nope. All right. Um, so now he has shifted inside the court and he has priced plain and masala dosa at 40 and 60 respectively, what used to be 25 and 40. However, 2 months later, um, only about 150 dosas per day are being sold. Vis-a-vis what was being sold earlier was 300 to 400. Right. The clientele is again mostly the same hospital members who had been the customers before. Which of the following actions will best help Dilip in increasing the sales? Um, Option A, reduce the prices by 20% for staff and increase the prices by 50% for others. Okay. Introduce a South Indian meal exclusively for the hospital staff members at a discounted rate of 40. C, increase the prices of all the items by 50% and introduce a new variety. अब option C तो नहीं होगा. It talks about increasing everything. तो sales तो नहीं बढ़ाएगा वो by volume at least. D, add more varieties of dosa at higher price point and reduce the plain and masala at 25-40. Okay. E, introduce a new North Indian meal and give discount of 20% to the staff. अब उसका forte ही नहीं है North Indian. So again, this option also goes more or less in the bin. Ab, with option A, the problem is that you are opting for a differential price modeling. मतलब तुम दो अलग सेगमेंट्स को दो अलग अलग प्राइजेस में बेच रहे हो, which is A kind of unfair. B also it does not guarantee कि जो आपका बाहर का क्लाइंटेल था, the normal one, that उसको आप खींच सकते हो. That would be encouraging enough for other people to come in. ठीक है. The problem with again option B is आप पुराना वाला मेन्यू हटा ही रहे हो. तो अगेन एक एक डिफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट क्रिएट कर रहे हो. तो दैट इज व्हाई वी आइडली वुड नॉट गो विथ ऑप्शन ए एंड ऑप्शन बी. रादर ऑप्शन डी वुड बी द बेस्ट फिट फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. जो आपके बेस्ट सेलर आइटम्स थे इन द मेन्यू, द प्लेन एंड द मसाला डोसा, दे आर एट अ कांस्टेंट प्राइसिंग एंड वी इंट्रोड्यूस new varieties which is not mentioned over here, but something at a higher price point for people who can afford that. It is more or less an assumption. Again, there is a problem with introducing new items without a proper backing to it. उसके दुकान पे again it's mentioned in the main ऊपर वाला statement that uh, the hospital was in Punjab. तो जो स्टाफ मेंबर्स जाते थे उसके दुकान पे, दैट दे वर मोस्टली हेलिंग फ्रॉम सदर्न इंडिया, सदर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. तो मेन सेगमेंट तो आपका वही था ना स्टार्टिंग में भी, एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी आइडियली वुड वांट टू केटर टू.
If I just add one thing,
Hmm.
considering it's in Punjab, doesn't it makes a better sense to add North Indian meal to cater to the larger audience here?
बट आपका मेन क्लाइंटेल कौन था? आप उन्हीं पे फोकस नहीं कर रहे हो.
The 20% discount should address the issue with the main clientele.
Again, you are going for a differential pricing. That is the problem over there. So it kind of
Okay.
hmm?
I
Go ahead,
got
go
the
ahead.
differential pricing. No, I
हाँ
got
हाँ.
the differential pricing.
अब देखो आपका
Fine.
जो मेन बेस था वो 300 से 400, यू आर डूइंग अ गुड सेल्स वॉल्यूम, राइट, एंड वही वाला रिड्यूस हो गया है. तो which is easier for you, retaining people or finding new people to try your food? Hospital staff members are a constant for you, right? बाकी लोग आएंगे जाएंगे हॉस्पिटल में. So you would ideally want to retain those original set of people who used to visit you rather than उनको भूल के किसी और के पास जाना. It won't guarantee you a success. In question 3, what is happening is that majority of the people visiting are hospital staff members only, and the other people are thinking that it is some kind of a canteen for exclusively for the members. So, which of the options provides a solution to this issue that we are facing? Point A, charge the hospital staff members a premium to offset the losses. Does not make sense. उनकी क्या गलती है? And again, you will be losing out on your more stable customer base. B, request the hospital management to prohibit hospital staff from entering the food court. Does not make sense in any way. Option C, introduce a massive discount on prices for the next 2 months to increase the footfall. देखो ये तुम्हारा जो मेन कोर प्रॉब्लम है, दिस ऑप्शन डज नॉट एड्रेस टू दैट पर्टिकुलर कोर प्रॉब्लम. Option D, appeal to the hospital management to give space in the staff room where an exclusive dosa counter can be set up by Dilip. Okay. Option E, provide a discount to those hospital staff members who order on phone and deliver food in their staff room. See, option D and E may option E looks like a better fit in this scenario, right? It discourages people in some way, the staff member rather in some way, कि वो अपने केबिन में खाना मंगाए rather than go visit the mess. And option D again, एक अगर exclusive space मिल रही है उसको तो that would not ensure a constant footfall. एक अगर central mess होती है तो लोग उधर ही जाना prefer करेंगे rather than go to a third space altogether कि जहाँ पे बस डोसा मिलने जाना हो, मतलब लेने जाना हो, right? So when we compare both of these, option E is a better fit for the scenario. Any queries? Nishan, can you stop the recording, please?
Hi, sir. Actually, I wasn't recording. Prashant, sir.
Huh.
Oh, are you recording?
You're the host, right? You should have access to that. I'm not sure.
Okay, just a sec.
Uh,
Okay, should I stop recording?
yeah.
Okay.